Hey everyone, I'm Zach and I'm here today with Razzle to talk about A Monster Calls. A Monster Calls is directed by J.A. Bayona and it stars Lewis MacDougall, Sigourney Weaver, Felicity Jones, Toby Kebbell, and Liam Neeson. And I was very excited to see A Monster Calls because of J.A. Bayona. He's going to be directing the Jurassic World sequel and I was excited to see who he is as a filmmaker. I was going to watch A Monster Calls and then I'm going to go back and watch a few of his other films like The Orphanage. Now, I'm excited to say that I enjoyed A Monster Calls. I didn't think that this movie was perfect, and I don't even think that it was great, but I do think that it was a good movie, and that excites me. One of the things I really enjoyed about A Monster Calls was the monster. The monster is voiced by Liam Neeson, who always does great voiceover work. Whether he's good cop, bad cop in Lego Movie, Aslan in the Chronicles of Narnia, he's just a very talented actor, whether he's in front of the camera or whether he's behind a microphone. Now the monster, his voice is great, just touched on that, but his look is great also. I'm super excited to say that J.A. Bayona knows how to handle visuals, or at least he knows how to hire properly. The visuals in this film are incredible. The camera work and cinematography is great, and the monster looks fantastic. I never once thought, oh wow, that CGI is bad. I thought, oh wow, that monster is really creepy. That monster is great looking. Wow, he kind of looks like a big Groot, but he's a little scarier and a little more believable. Another thing I really enjoyed about A Monster Calls was the performances. Lewis MacDougall, who plays Connor in the film, is incredible. This kid knows how to act, and he puts on a fantastic performance. Everything that he does is incredibly believable. And really the performances throughout this film are what sells it. Sigourney Weaver is great as the grandma, and Felicity Jones is stellar as Connor's mother. She brings a very heartfelt, very touching performance. Another person in this film was Toby Kebbell, and while I didn't feel that his character was necessarily needed in the film, Toby Kebbell is very good as Connor's father, and I'm excited to see Toby Kebbell making better choices for the films he wants to be in rather than Ben-Hur and Fant Forstick. Another thing I really enjoyed about The Monster Calls was its use of watercolor throughout the film, or at least watercolor visual effects. The art brought in throughout this film really was a consistent theme throughout the movie, and it also made the film incredibly beautiful, and it felt richer than it would have if that was not there. I know that that might sound stupid that the film felt richer, but I think adding that art aspect to the characters throughout the movie and also the visual effects of the watercolor throughout the film added a sort of depth to the film that made me feel closer to the actions that were occurring. Now, while I enjoyed A Monster Calls, I do think that it has some problems. Now, if you watch the trailer for this movie, you'll understand that Connor, played by Lewis MacDougall, is going through a hard time when his mother, Felicity Jones, is dying of cancer. This is very painful for Connor to see, and the monster comes to help him. Now I can say, watching the movie, grief in this film is handled perfectly well, and I enjoy what the film has to say, but I think getting there is what was muddled. I didn't feel that the film had enough connection to Felicity Jones and to Connor. I just didn't feel anything come the end of the film, and that, I think, is the biggest issue with A Monster Calls. It upsets me because the performances were so good, I just didn't think that the film connected me to any of the characters. It was very slow moving, and I have no issues with slow moving films when the film is slow and methodical in creating character interactions and creating emotions with the characters. This film was just slow in the sense that nothing really happened. Now, I touched on the fact that I didn't think Toby Kebbell's role needed to be included in this film, and I stand by that. I don't think Toby Kebbell needed to be in this film or the character of Connor's father at all. In fact, I think Toby Kebbell could have been removed entirely, and his time in the film could have been spent building up the relationship between Connor and his mother and their relationship to the grandmother. Now, all in all, everybody, I really did enjoy A Monster Calls. The movie has great visuals and excellent performances, and for that, I'm going to give A Monster Calls a 7 out of 10. Now let me know what you thought of A Monster Calls, and let me know what your favorite films of 2016 were. This has been an excellent year for cinema, in my personal opinion, and I can't wait to tell you what my top films of 2016 were. So anyway, everybody, thanks for checking out Razzle, and have a great day.